evening, or good morning. How are you doing today? Are you traveling today, or are you traveling this week to the Africa Energy Indaba? So, if you are traveling there, the good news is we're gonna meet, yeah, because I'm actually on my way. And I wanted to tell you why I've decided to travel this time because there are three main reasons, and that's what I'm gonna talk to you about, right? But before I go there, so let me first of all just reintroduce myself. So, say that my name is Tony Chiu. I'm the founder and CEO of Renewables in Africa. And that job is very, very simple. It's the best job in the world. It's simply to make sure that we demystify the renewable energy sector and we show you all the opportunities that are there for you to grab because there are many opportunities people are just not aware of that. What is our job? Very simple. Make sure that you're aware of that. And what we do, very simple as well, helping you operate in the sector to make sure that you raise more awareness about the fantastic solution that you have and will help you to make more sales. Yes, because if you make more sales, definitely the industry is going to be growing. Yeah. And before we go and talk a little bit more about the Africa Energy Indaba, right? So there's three things that I like you to do for me, right? The first thing is, first of all, is to like this video if you basically like what we're doing, supporting that, making comments, that's great. Like it. So that's very important because I need to show the support. Don't just be a silent listener, right? Just take part. The second thing is very straightforward as well. It's simply for you to leave a comment. Tell me what you think about it. Some people are doing it on a regular basis. I love it. I can see for I can maybe, for example, mention my good friend Deji, who is definitely always supporting us, leaving comment, and we love it. We love it because that actually tells me that okay, what we do, people appreciate it, and they want maybe a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. Yeah, that's absolutely great. Yeah, to have that kind of feedback to because the knowledge that I have, yeah, I have it, but it's of no use if I don't pass it to you, right? And it's also not very effective if you're not telling me how you're finding it or what you want us to talk about, right? And that's what we do all those videos. So if you like it, definitely do engage, yeah. And the third thing that I like you to do, it's simply to pass on the message, right? Because we're saying that we want to reach, energy transition by 2030, 2050. Don't just think it's somebody else's job. It is your job. Because you, where you're sitting, your simple job is to be, hey, I like this video. I think it's of use for anybody. Click, I send it to somebody. Imagine if every time I come online, you share it to one person. Imagine how big then, obviously, the audience can become all of a sudden. This is what I'm talking about, right? If you say, okay, it is not my job to go and do what Tony's doing, to talk on the camera, I'm shy, I don't like it, blah, whatever the reasons, I don't have the time. Hey, you set it out time for one click. Take about half a second. You pass it on to somebody else, and that is great. Yeah. So that's what I like you. So those are the three things that I want you to do. Definitely like the video, comment the video, and also share with people. So if you haven't done it yet, guys, that is your split second right now to do it. Excellent, right? Good. Now let's come back into the Africa Energy Indaba. But before going there, so I'm just gonna make this session let's a little bit I wouldn't say somber. You can see I'm wearing black, but I'll make it a little bit, I would say, low key in terms of enthusiasm. And the reason is very simple, right? Life is very short and we need to be enjoying life. And then basically 2 days ago, so I heard about the passing of a very, very, very good friend of mine, very special to my heart. And it was a real shock, I have to say, because I wasn't really expecting that. So childhood friends, yeah, yeah, we had a very, very special relationship. Put it that way. Yeah, very. I wouldn't go further than that, but very, very good and special relationship. And yeah, it kind of really it broke my heart a little bit because yeah, she was a very special person, and obviously she lived behind a lovely family. So definitely difficult for the family right now, and I just want to sort of dedicate what I'm doing today to her. So hopefully, if she's watching, she appreciates, right? So she wasn't in the sector, but like I say, so that's maybe the small thing I can do in her memory. Yeah. So at least if you're hearing me, like I say, this one I'm doing it for you because you know how special you were for me. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there because I don't want to be crying. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to what I say. So there's three reasons why I want to attend Africa Energy Indaba this year, right? And I just wanted to passing that on to you, just to see if that resonates with you. The first, number one, okay, is the fact that I know it's one of the main events that's happening on the continent, and I've never been there. Just as simple as that. I've never been there. And then it's good to be virtual. It's good to be talking on camera, but it's even better, right? Where you can go into this event. It's more importantly the main event, because that's another tip I'm giving to anybody in the sector, right? So sometimes you're doing emails, people don't respond. You're reaching out to them, they don't respond. But if you're in front of people, you also have that physical connection that you can make. That is very difficult for people to escape. Yeah, so definitely being there. It's something that is that is great. So I've never been to that conference. I know it's one of those main conference. Yeah, and I decided okay this year that's good, especially after COVID. You know, so going back there, so that's yeah, so that'd be good. So I'm looking forward to go there and see for myself how much I can engage with people, how we can discuss about things, and that would be good. That would be very, 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 very interesting. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So if you happen to be Africa Energy Indaba, please, please, that's my whole request also for you today. Beside the free point that I mentioned, do engage, do reach out to me. I know I've already had people because I'm actually going to Cape Town twice this month, right? And probably also in May. So I'm going to be in Cape Town quite a lot this year, right? A lot compared to previous year. That's what I want to say. So do reach out to me. That's a chance to also sit down, to talk, to discuss about any idea. That's great. To meet in person, to have a tea, coffee, whatever you want. I don't drink alcohol at all, but I can actually watch you drink your alcohol and I drink my juice, right? But I'm keen to have that. So that'd be good. So definitely that's the first reason. Okay, I already have somebody writing to me. Okay, that yeah, you're right, Brian. So the 1.5 degree conference is also around here. So it's gonna be end of the month. So I'll be flying back. Yeah. So I'm actually flying early tomorrow morning to Cape Town. Yeah. So that's it. So the second reason I want to go, yeah. So and I actually put it a second because I want to finish with the third, which is a very strong point. So the second reason I just say so I just love traveling to Africa. I just love it. Okay, I love traveling in general, put it that way. But it's even better for me when I can go back to the mother continent. Yeah. So that's and I've not been to South Africa since COVID. I've not been there. So I've had the habit to go to fly to South Africa at least twice a year. So just renewing with this, it's what excites me, and it's also important. It's great because that actually reminds me that one part about my job that I love. I love doing it. Yeah. So oh, Berta say that. Oh, Berta, are you in Cape Town? So if you're then that's great. Just drop me an drop me a message, and we can potentially meet. So that'd be good. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about, right? So I'm coming down. There are people that we can talk and meet in person. Why not do so, right? So I would love it. So yeah, so I that's the part of my job I think probably I love the most. Yeah. Traveling, I love it. Going everywhere in the world, especially places I've not been before. When it happened at Cape Town, I've been there before, and obviously it's a beautiful city, so I can't wait to go back there. Yeah. So yes, so that is something I really, 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 really excites me. Every time I get this opportunity to go different places, to enjoy with people, to engage, I just love it. So that's the second for me very strong reason why I'm also happy to go to Cape Town. And it happened that actually this month, yeah, I'm gonna be traveling twice because I have the Africa Energy Indaba, but I also have the 1.5 degree Africa Net Zero Conference that's gonna happen as well. Another very important rendezvous that I'm inviting you to attend. And yeah, if you can do that, that'd be good. I think, and if I'm actually even correct, I think both events, if I'm not wrong, I think both should be either free or actually close to be free, right? So don't quote me there because I can't remember all of a second. That's what I want to say. And the third reason why I want to go, I don't know. Do you happen to be a developer? Do you happen to be an investor? Do you have a project that you're looking to connect to the grid you want to build, but you actually facing some issues because people saying that your project is risky, you don't know how to contain the political insurance, political risks or thing like that. If that's the case, I would love to talk to you. I would love to talk to you about because you probably can read here. the African Energy Guarantee Facility. So I think a couple of years ago, so we did a couple of webinars talking about this fantastic facility that is there to support and helping you with your big project to, like I said, to de-risk it, help to de-risk it and to attract more investors. And I'm going there because I want to talk to people about it, because what I realize is, you have great opportunities like that, but people just not aware of it, right? They keep suffering and struggling in silence, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You have solution out there. You just need to be aware of that first and then see how you can connect with that, right? And the African Energy Guarantee Facility, like I say, we've done a couple of webinars already. Yeah. And like I say, more than just going to do the webinar. I remember at the time we were doing the webinar, we were still very much in the middle of the pandemic. It was difficult to meet in person. But what we decided together, working with the various organizations supporting the facility, was that, hey, it was time to take the African Energy Guarantee Facility on tour. Yeah, to go there, talk. And I'm sure a number of you would have heard about it. But guys, the opportunity, the facility is here for you. It's here for you to help you to develop your project. Yeah. If you have had a project sitting down for quite a long time, if you're an investor, you're looking for ways you can de-risk your project to make sure that finally it can go forward. I'm saying, what are you losing? Come in and talk to me. Come in and talk to me so I can tell you what I know about the African Guarantee Facility, and you decide whether that's something for you or not. But at the but at the beginning, if you're not even aware that something like that exists, how could you make it? How could you make a connection? This is what I'm talking to you about right here. So this is what I'm going to be going at the conference, representing as well, talking to people, and that'd be great. And the fourth reason, I say I have three reasons, but let me just start the fourth one. So there's a number of people reaching out as well because they want to they wanted us to organize interviews for them, and that's what we're going to be doing. So don't be surprised shortly after that, after the event, if you see us, posting, sharing some interviews. So yeah, so those are the reasons that would take us to Cape Town this year, at least for the first rendezvous, because I think we have another one for the 1.5 African Net Zero conference. So this is what I want to say. So Berta, so if you are in Cape Town, definitely do link up with me. So I'll make sure that I reach back, and if there's a possibility to meet, hey, I think I'll be the happiest guy in the world. So if you come into the conference, then that's good as well. We can talk as well and pass otherwise. Maybe I'm not there for long, right? I'm not there for long for this first stint. For the second round, maybe I may extend a little bit for that for personal reason. I'm not there for long, but but I wanted just to mention that, right? So definitely, like I say, I really can't wait to meet a number of you, to sit down, to have this conversation, and to see what else we can do to help you, demystify this renewable energy sector and really how you get things to take off, right? This is how things gonna happen when we come together. We actually partner together. We discuss together about the challenges, the solution. Then we find a way to move forward. So that's the essence of my message here. And just want to say, hey guys, don't just see me as a virtual guy. Yeah. So sit there. I'm actually making an effort to come where things happen. And I'm hoping that you do as well. Let's meet, let's discuss, let's see how we can make things happen. So this year started a bit slow, but definitely over the last few weeks, we've had a number of things just lining up, which is great for us, right? But it's about making a difference on the ground. I can't wait. So Berta say, I'm a Cameroonian, came into Nigeria doing a master in renewable, hoping to work with you. Oh, I think you can already collaborate, like I say. So like the video, comment, and share with people. That for me, it's already working with me. Yeah. So that's great. Are you from Cameroon? Then that's great. I think Cameroon has a lot more, a lot of talent. So you probably know that I'm from Cameroon as well. So like I say, you are the fellows countryman countrywoman to me. So and that's great. But you Nigeria, love Nigeria, doing a lot of things in Nigeria. Hey, so no, that's great. So yeah, I think you could really collaborate with me this way, like I say. So by just sending a message, responding, I appreciate that. Great. So I'm grateful to you, Berta. Now go to the next step, which is I'm sure you've liked the video already. You comment on that, that's fine. Don't forget the third step, which is about sharing with people. Because like I say, if you share to one person, share to one person, and so on and so forth, this is how the audience is growing. Yeah. And then we're gonna start making things together and get things to change. That's fine. I wanted just to keep that short, brief, because like I say, I'm flying shortly. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. But the people who are watching, either watching live or will be watching later, just to summarize, why am I going to Cape Town? I mentioned three reasons. I added a fourth one. The third reason, like I say, I've never been to Africa Energy Indaba, and I know it's one of the most important rendezvous of the year, one of the main conference, in the year. I wanted to make sure that I go there at least, to all those big companies. You want to go at least one to see really what it is, see who you can meet, who you can discuss with, so how you can actually build synergies and get things to move forward. Yeah, that's the first reason I'm going. The second reason, like I say, purely personal, is because I love traveling and I love being on the ground. I love being everywhere in the world, even more so on the African continent. So going back to Cape Town, it's a joy for me, and I look forward to connect with all the Cape Townian, yeah, and see what we can do. Yeah, I already have few people that I know. I'm going to be meeting them. The third reason I mentioned, probably the most important, is just want to remember is this one, even if I know you actually may actually remember the second one because you can relate, I'm sure. It's talking about a facility which is the African Energy Guarantee Facility. Yeah, so I have it here. You can read African Energy Guarantee Facility. What is that facility about? It's around just to help you developing a project here, to see how we can help you to de-risk that so that we can get the project to move forward and to happen. I don't know if you know, but there's very, very few projects that happen in Africa every year. There is a lot of talk, a lot of MOUs being signed. But when now you're looking at what project reach financial close, because you probably don't know, but when a project reach financial close, that's where you have almost certainty that yes, it's gonna happen. Before it hits that, everything is just blah blah blah, right? So and very few I think about a couple of years ago when I looked at that, it was like over 2 years period, we had something like what? I would say definitely less than 30 projects for the whole continent. Yeah, 54 countries, 2 years. That was ridiculous. This is what I'm saying. So if you want things to really take off, it's about how, but we also know that for investment to happen, one of the issues, not the only issue, one of the issues to deal with, it's the issue of risk, especially political risk, the perception people have. So how can you convince investors just to put their money there and follow through? So you need some facility, some instrument that can help, and definitely the African Energy Guarantee Facility is one of those instruments, and this is why I want you to be aware of that. Yeah, remember, we're here to diversify the renewable energy sector for you. We're in here to help you to unlock the potential. But if you don't know about those issues, how can you expect us to move forward? That's the whole point. Yeah, for us doing what we do right here. Yeah, and I want to make sure by coming down, that I engage with you, sit down. Yeah, when you're having lunch, I can tell you what it is. You can ask me a question and I can respond. I can get your question. If your question is relevant, I'm sure it will be relevant anyway. I can see whether I already have an answer. If I don't have an answer, I can find out what could be the answer for you. But the key thing is, how do we make your project to move forward? Hopefully that's clear for you. Okay, that's great. So those are the three main reasons that I've added, and I say that I wanted to. That's the reason I wanted to travel to the to the Africa Energy Indaba this year. I think I added a fourth reason, but I can't even remember what it is. Yeah, so I can't even remember. I think if one of you remember, hey, this is my question for you. Yeah, what is the fourth reason? If you drop in a comment even later, I give you a gift. What gift is going to be? I don't know yet, but I give you a gift. You have my words for it. So that's what I'm gonna finish with. So yeah, that is one. So people that are listening to me, thank you for that. Appreciate it. So I can't wait to meet you, and I'm sure there's a lot we're gonna have to learn. And I do my best while I'm there as well, just to share what's happening, so you guys are aware of it. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, the fourth. Yeah, I remember the fourth, but I won't mention. I mentioned it in the comment if nobody actually can remember. So yeah. So guys, I can't see any more questions, or I don't see. I just see some comments from Brian. Uh, Brian, it's good to see you. You're welcome back to Africa, Tony. Yeah, I've never left Africa here, right? So Berta say, great, so glad I'm here. No problem, Berta. That's great as well to you. Cameroon to Nigeria, doing a master renewables energy. Excellent, that's fine. So yeah. So I didn't do a master specific myself, but I didn't train myself to develop the knowledge that I have today. That's great, guys. So let me just leave it here and wish you a good rest of your day. And I can't wait to connect with you either virtually or physically. Yeah. So until then, guys, stay blessed and may the sun be with you. Take care, guys. Bye bye.